Hey, welcome back to the Southern Stew. How are you guys doing today? I'm Gina, and this is
Alyssa.
Ann.
Cynthia.
And today we don't really have a full topic. We're just going to chit chat, and we are going to read some of your comments, though. So, Cynthia, take it away.
Yeah, so on TikTok, we have a comment from Brimwrecker. He commented on one of our episodes where we talk about Southern slang words. He said, My great aunt Tess grew up in Harlan, Kentucky. She cussed like a sailor. And anyway, she always called her utility closet the glory hole. I was well up into my adulthood when I found out what a glory hole was.
I'm a little confused why she would call the utility closet, because it's the catch-all, the shithole of a closet.
Well, like, glory hole can have many definitions. It doesn't have to be the adult definition. Glory hole is also a place that the gold miners used to say was where the gold was all collected up into like an old riverbed that, where like a waterfall would fall in and erode it over time, and when they would dig in that area there's a bunch of gold cluster. Anyway, that was a glory hole as
And that's
well.
probably what she meant, because Harlan County was a prominent coal mining community, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I wouldn't think that that's what she meant by that.
I mean, it could. You know what? I'm not going to speculate about his granny. I'm not going to do it.
I'm going to speculate that his granny hated that closet and she threw all the shit in there, so she called it the glory hole.
Or, back in the day, you didn't have, childcare, and maybe the closets where they got away from things. I'm just saying.
It could be.
Could be. Especially in winter times when the kids didn't go outside as much.
That is true.
Hallelujah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do we have any others that we want to talk about today?
We had some comments also from Rimwrecker and Kentucky Mama and Kim on a video that Melissa posted up of her son when he got sunburnt while he was out fishing.
And by the way, he had a long sleeve shirt on that sunblocked, and he got way too hot and took it off and had a wife beater on underneath it and left that on. So hence as to the reason why he had the white tank top, skin white tank top.
Anyway. Yeah. We all know that's his daily attire.
Some of the comments were, Rimwrecker said, I did the same damn thing. Got a wife beater on, sunburn whilst fishing in Florida. It's been 5 to 7 years.
Wow.
It's still there.
Yeah, it was a serious burn.
A wife beater tan is a terminal and permanent.
That's funny.
It's one hell of a souvenir.
Kentucky Mama said, because she said, Jason, don't know whether to hang up or to laugh or cuss you out because you should be wearing sunblock, young man. Kim said, LOL, the porn stash has took me out.
That boy. The worst sunburn I can remember ever getting. And I was just, a young teen girl. And, as we were talking about earlier, I am known for my freckles. I don't tan very well. I tan very slowly. I have to kind of baste myself over a slow period of time. It takes me, a slight shade darker takes me an entire summer to do. So if I try and lay out in the sun, I burn. And I didn't know this, but, when you hit that teenage age, all the kids, especially my sisters, were all laying out in the sun. And I'm not going to name any names, but could tan like there's no tomorrow. Like, she could go outside and, and she'd be tan. Just dark as shit. And so one day, I decided I was going to don a freaking bikini and I was going to lay on my little sister's trampoline in the
Whoa.
summer sun.
Whoa.
Oh man, I remember
Casper.
this. Didn't me and Mom also lay out with you? I
You
think we
did, but you guys didn't lay out nearly as long as I did. And plus, you guys aren't prone to burning as bad as I am.
Oh, well, now I am, but not.
So, yeah, so needless to say, I was burnt to a crisp from top to bottom except for where the bikini was. And I literally had to have, what was it called? Silver? No, it was like
No.
silver or something.
Sylvadine.
Yeah, I had to have Sylvadine like all over my body. And because I was literally burnt head to toe, like 2nd-degree burns all over,
It's bad.
I had to sleep like propped up in a chair with fans on me constantly. And it was excruciating. And I swore after that day I was never ever going to try and get a tan again. I was like, screw it. I'll be pale for the rest of my life, don't care. So
I remember that. Yeah, I thought it was, at first I thought it was funny. I did laugh a little bit behind your back because I was like,
not
but
behind
then-
my back. This bitch, okay? She would walk up to me. I'm sitting there in pain. I am on like pain medication. I'm literally a burn victim, okay? And she walks up to me and she would go with a fingernail and run the fuck off. And I'm like, you little. And I couldn't move. She knew it. And it was like her own personal torture. She would come up and go, smack! How you doing, Gina?
She
Feeling
would
any
use-
better? And run.
Does this hurt?
Does this
Yeah.
hurt? Because she had these big freaking like, I don't know, like is like big bumps come up all over her back. And
I had blisters everywhere.
blisters
You
everywhere.
got sun poisoned.
Yeah,
It was bad. It was bad, and
It was
but
bad,
it looked
bad.
cool because she started peeling at one point, and it was like
Leprosy. She got leprosy.
it just went.
I
to
mean,
poke her.
it was bad. It was
That's
bad.
probably what you look like with all them blisters and stuff. She's got
It was
leprosy.
everywhere.
But yeah, she would torture me, and I couldn't sleep in a bed. I literally couldn't sleep in a bed for like 2 days.
Debbie
And then
did-
after that, I had to like, huh?
Debbie did the same thing. She got burnt. She burnt. She laid in a tanning bed, fell asleep in it, and that's back in the day when you had to. Yeah, I mean back in
Is
the
this
day.
the one where Dad had it in his house?
No.
And okay.
No.
No. And she can't remember if she went to one place and then went to another place and laid in the same day. But it was bad. Like we thought we were gonna have to take her to the ER. It was bad.
Mom did with this one. And this the same incident is when I also found out that I was slightly allergic to codeine because Mom gave me a half of a tablet of a Tylenol 3. Mind you, I'm like 16, I don't know, 15, 16. I took a half a tablet and I was out for a good 24 hours. Like, Mom said that she was getting so worried because I wouldn't wake up. She said she'd go up there and like literally shake me and I just wouldn't wake up. She was like,
Yeah.
yeah, she was like, I was about to just call and have an ambulance come get you. She said, I thought you were like, had gone in shock or something from everything else. Because
know.
when the blisters started busting and stuff, oh my God, I couldn't handle it anymore.
You know, it's probably a blessing that you were out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't remember being in much pain after that, but.
So, I think the funniest sunburn I've ever seen, and I got it. I know it's not funny, but the funniest one for me was when Dad went to the water park with me for the first time.
But rewind. You got to tell. Dad does not wear shorts.
Never
Ever.
wear shorts.
Ever.
Always wears pants. Jeans all the time. That man has like chicken legs and they're bright white. They never seen the sun. So he decided to go to the water park. And I'm like 14, 15 years old. He goes and we get home. And next thing I know, it's on the weekend. He's wearing shorts all day. And I'm looking at Dad's legs and man, they're really red. And I noticed that when he would sit, he would keep his legs straight out. And he went and he kept them wide apart because he just sat on a float and the sun would just hit those legs. And I mean, he went around that lazy river a lot, and it just burned his legs up. It was the only thing burnt was his legs. They were red as can be. Love you, Dad.
Funny.
But that was funny.
I've been burnt a few times, but nothing like that. Yeah.
No, I've never.
I know when to get out. When I can feel my skin burning, it's time to go.
You don't feel your skin. I've
do.
never felt my skin
do.
burn.
I do.
I've never.
I know when it's.
If I get to that point, it's far too late. At that point, I am beyond burnt. At that point, it is.
Yeah.
It is pain. Yeah.
Because
I don't. There's no. That's nice. Let's go out. No, it's. Oh, I feel a tingle. Maybe I should leave. You know, call the burn department.
Okay.
The hospital.
Question. How many times have you guys been burnt this summer?
This summer, none actually. Girl's got her lots of sunblock this year. Last year though, I got it bad on my back. Yeah.
So, the first time I went and got sunburned was I took my son with me, and I can't reach my back. So I was like, "Here, get my back." Well, he didn't get my back. He didn't get my back at all. And
How did you not know that though?
because it's a spray thing, so I felt it hit my back, but he was too far away from my back. So I didn't realize my back was getting burnt until later when I went like this and I was sensitive. That's how I was like, "Oh no." So I was like, "All right, we got to go." And I got home and my back was blistered. Like not blistered
Ow.
like you, Gina, but it was red. I was like a little red lobster. And then the second time I got burnt was the last time we went swimming. I didn't get burnt in the back. I got burnt.
I'll tell you, I have found that it also has a lot to do with what kind of sunblock you're using, because I have a little redheaded son. I'm also easy to burn. So, but that sports, I forgot what it's called. It's really cheap. You find it everywhere.
It's sports.
But yeah, like sports boat. I don't know what the heck it's
It's
called.
100 proof.
That stuff wears off so quick. Like you can sweat, and it'll say it's waterproof or water resistance, but it sweats off so easy. And that's how I knew I need to get something better. I found, even though it's a little bit more expensive, the Sunbum is amazing.
Yeah,
that stuff
Sunbum
is
is
so
really
good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it says reapply every 80 minutes, but I mean, I've put that on and gone all day and not had any sunburn. So it's really good stuff. I've never had it. I've been swimming with it. I've never had it sweat off of me before. Can't recommend it enough, even though it is pricey. But it is the best, in my opinion, anyway.
It's been a hot summer for sure this year.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be another hot day, at least over here in Virginia.
Yeah, it got in the hundreds today for sure, which is normal here.
I think it's got up to like 93 here in Tennessee. Hey, Melissa, since you're in the Florida, what kind of sunblock do you use as a daily?
It's called a house. She doesn't go outside.
Actually, I do. I every day I actually use either like an Olay with like a SPF 30 that's in a moisturizer. It's already, I highly recommend any type of moisturizer with the SPF in it.
Yep.
For your face.
I use a Curacao.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I use with the SPF. I want to say it's SPF 30.
And especially like for work, if you want to put makeup on or whatever, I don't because I sweat way too much what I do. So if you get a BB cream with a tinted moisturizer with the SPF in it, that's all you need.
Hold on. Let me look at this BB cream that I have is got a. I'm fairly certain it has. Yeah, it's got SPF. So this one is cheap and it's also like a Korean brand, but it's so good. This is. Let's see if I can get this in there.
Face blur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can get this online, but it's got 33 PA plus. Yeah. But it's a tinted BB cream, so if you just want something light with a moisturizer, I can't. This stuff is great. But unfortunately for me, since I've had the summer to go one shade, I can't wear this right now because it'll make me look like a ghost. But and a lot of the Korean stuff, you gotta be careful because like they're when you're ordering it, it'll say like nude, and if you're used to like a nude tone, it's way lighter than nude. You gotta go a little bit darker.
And she's referring to online shoppers. But
Yes.
if you go into the store and can swatch to see what color you are, it helped. But I mean I've used Maybelline and CoverGirl before, and they work fine. I like them, but I don't use tinted moisturizer anymore. To be honest,
I've gotten to the point unless that I know that I'm getting pictures taken, or I'm going to be on here, or I'm going to see somebody that I normally don't see, like for my husband or whatever, work or whatever. I don't normally wear anything. I just wear the, what's it called? I forgot the name of it again. The car cells. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to go get it now. But yeah, it's the same stuff for like psoriasis, because I have psoriasis. I have really dry T-zone, and so if I don't apply it, if I go one day without it, it's all red throughout here.
Yeah.
And yeah, but it's great.
Are you talking about Cetaphil?
Cetaphil, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's great for people with psoriasis or eczema.
That's how I knew what you were talking about, because Jenna has to use it quite often,
Yeah.
because it didn't have all the perfumes and dyes and all
Yeah,
that in
it doesn't break. It doesn't hurt when you put it on. It doesn't sting. Now sometimes it will, like especially if you're having like a breakout. Yeah, but I would really recommend it for any woman, especially in your 30s, mid 30s, late 40s, early 40s, who are trying to stay away from the wrinkles, because if you're not wearing a moisturizer, or at least a daily sunblock, you're gonna
age fast.
You're gonna prune faster, girls. Come on now.
Yeah.
I use just moisturizer,
Which is more than most people do.
Yeah.
Because I had a facial done, and the girl asked me, she said, "What do you use on your face?" I said, I do a vitamin E moisturizer at night. During the day, it is, like Olay with the sunscreen. Other than that, that's it.
I do the Cetaphil in the morning, throw that on there, and then at night I do Olay with the Regenerist or whatever. But I usually just use it in my areas where I'm trying to stave off the wrinkles.
I mean,
Stave it off. 1, 2, 3.
And there's things that you do in your life that can excel the wrinkle process. Yeah. Smoking, and drinking. Tanning. And that's, let me just tell you, by the way, when you were talking about me tanning, I always covered my face. Even if I did lay in a tanning bed, I never would tan my face.
Because your face is money, honey. It's money.
Oh, that's what you get judged on right off the get.
That's right. Somebody's a model, you gotta...
Whatever. Yeah.
I couldn't lay in the tanning bed. I wasn't allowed.
I didn't like it. I tried it.
Actually, you could have. You just would had to keep your face completely covered.
Yeah, and I was like, well, that's just kind of weird,
No, I did it. I never would. I put a towel completely over my face.
I'll be honest with you. I tried it a few times. Wasn't a fan, and it was mostly because I couldn't get over the idea that somebody was laying in it before me butt ass naked. And I know they wash that shit before you get it, but I don't want to be laying in somebody else's butt crack puddle, And
well, probably then, but they do have the stand-ups.
Yeah, those are neat.
Not where we were at the time, Melissa.
No,
that's way too advanced.
Yeah.
But I remember the first time I tried laying in a tanning bed, I can't remember, it was one of y'all had like a package, and you were going to use it that week, so they're like, you need to get a tan. I was like, alright, I'll try it. So I went in there and I laid down in it.
Claustrophobic?
No, I laid down in it. I was in my undies. And the first thing I feel is moisture, okay? The first thing I feel on my skin is moisture. Sure, it could have been some bacterial spray they hadn't completely wiped out, but it grossed me the hell out. And I was like, you know what? I stood up, put my clothes back on. I'm like, see ya. That lady looked at me like, what the heck? Because I was in there for like, maybe 4 minutes tops after, taking my clothes off, laying down, going, oh, and getting back out. Because I was like, and I went home and took a shower immediately because I was like, just like the crying game in the corner going, butt moisture.
Oh my gosh.
But I didn't know if that's what it was, but I'm just telling you, in my brain was like, what if?
Well,
I always
girls are
hated
supposed to clean it after they
Yeah,
use
they
it.
always clean them. But
Well, they're supposed to, but all I could smell in there when you go to lay down was people sweat, You could,
Or tanning lotion. Or
or
whatever
tanning
they
lotion.
used.
Like,
But,
you don't smell like a, disinfectant or something like that. And if I smelled that, it'd be different. But that's not what I smelled. So I was like, I'm out. Never do that again.
It wasn't bad.
Well, it's-
I mean, I had because at one point I worked at one of those places, and there was a lot of older people that would come
Oh,
in.
yeah.
And they said the only reason why they liked laying in those is because the heat would penetrate deep in their bones, and they had arthritis, and said it felt good on their
I bet
back.
it would, actually.
That's what
stuff.
Mom said. That when she lays in it, it felt really good on her back.
So I was reading the other day, and I didn't think about it until later, until I was riding the car, taking my son home from work, and from middle school. He's in middle school, and he's telling me that he was waiting in line, lunchroom, and he said there was these, little gaggle of girls or whatever ahead of him. And he said all these girls were talking about what skincare routine they had. And he said he thought it was really weird because they were all, naming off 7 or 8 products that they use on their face every day. And he said, is that normal? And I'm like, no, honey, that is not normal. And I was like, it is now, I guess, but I remember reading in this article that apparently a lot of dermatologists are very concerned about these young prepubescent girls using all this product and stuff on their face, and some were saying that they did some, I don't know what kind of thing they do on faces. I'm not a dermatologist, but apparently this is actually aging these young girls faster because their skin is not supposed to be using this stuff, like salicylic acid and things like that.
I can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah,
Probably
so
stripping all the natural oils and stuff from
Yeah.
their face, and them being that young. And
yeah.
I'm assuming, I don't know.
Yeah. So I was like, no, sweetheart, that's not normal. I know. I mean, you were lucky to throw a wash rag at me when I was a kid. It's just like, wash your stinky ass. But I never did anything like that. But I didn't have a big problem with acne. I don't know. But I thought it was kind of funny because he was like, that one girl, she was like, and I had a serum, and then after I moisturize and do a facial scrub, I put my serum on, and then I do a mask, and he was like, I was listening to her going, good Lord.
The things us girls have to go through.
Right? For beauty.
Speaking of, we
Go
were
ahead.
discussing earlier PCOS, how big of a problem that is, and all the side effects of it. Not
Oh, yeah.
only
It's great.
hormonal, hair growth from nowhere.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain I'm going to be a bearded lady by the time I'm 60, unless I get some
Well, at
kind
least
of,
you
like...
know you could get a side gig at the circus if you need
That's right.
to.
Like, but it's too bad you can't donate that shit to Locks of Love, Like, would you like a donated beard? But yeah, it's a constant problem. I'm just glad to see that. I guess hair removal electrolysis. Well, I don't know what the heck it's called.
Actually,
Pulse.
Yeah, there's so many different types of things.
Yeah.
But I did do some, and I should have looked this up before I discussed this, but laser hair removal is not actually all the way permanent.
No, you gotta have multiple
Especially-
sessions.
Yes, especially
And it slows it down. That's all it does.
especially
It slowly kills the. Go ahead.
the growth. Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on the skin tone. should I say, and the texture of the hair. But yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But there is a new thing out that's supposed to be even better than the laser hair removal.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Isn't it some kind of like it's like a pulse, right? It's like a
I'm not sure, but because I told
Let me see if I
again,
can look it up.
forgot. Yeah, look it
Oh!
up.
My camera.
But yeah, I totally forgot what it's called, but it is supposed to be way more permanent than the actual laser hair removal. I've tried it, laser hair removal, years and years ago.
Yeah.
Painful. Because it was in an area that never, you know,
I would
Yeah.
love to have that done.
but it just,
Well, I'll be honest, just like most people, I thought you go in, you get it done, and then that's,
That's
Bob's
it.
your uncle. Yeah.
it's
And
not.
then when I did some more research into it, I realized that wasn't the case. And I
And
was
it's
like,
expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
if you put all that money into it, you don't want the hair to come back.
yeah. So that's the reason why I've never had it done, just because, the expense. And I'm like, I'll just pluck that shit out, get it done with and over with. Let's see. IPL is what it's called.
Which stands for,
Give me a second. Ultraviolet pulse light? I don't freaking know. Give me a second. Of course. Hold on. I'll just show you guys what I'm looking at right now, because... Set up your grooming routine. Alright, so, as you can see, hairy.
oh, wow.
But you like Air 10 IPL hair removal devices, like one of those at home?
$300.
Yeah.
That's worth it. If it actually works.
If it actually worked, yeah. Let's read
What's
more.
the comments on it? That's what I want to
Oh.
see.
Alright, let's see. I haven't shaved in 5 days and the growth is minimal to none. I noticed my hairs started coming out on their own. You really can't feel anything. Maybe just a small tingle, but that's about it. I really do love this
Electrolysis.
product.
I think that's what it's called that I'm thinking of. Electrolysis.
I'm telling you, you're thinking of IPLs. You gotta
Maybe.
be. Because it's kind of a new thing. It's like ultraviolet light that gets passed and... Well, you know what?
Right here, it just
How
says,
it works.
It just says right here. It says electrolysis is considered more permanent solution than laser hair removal.
This isn't laser. While laser technology marked a significant advancement in hair removal, it is also errors and inconveniences such as frequent clinic visits and painful treatments. IPL has been designed not only surpasses surface level solutions by addressing the root cause of hair growth for long lasting results, but to do so without the associated pain from all the comfort at home. So, let's see. The light isn't converted into heat energy, disabling the hair follicles, resulting in thinner hair growth. So, yeah, it's like... It's the hate in there. With consistent treatment, UPL eventually stops hair growth altogether. But, hey, let's do that. Okay.
Hey, look, it talks about the hair color that it works with. Do you see that? Go up. Go up. There.
So So if you're
blonde-
gray-headed or blonde, you're screwed. Okay.
Yeah, even redheaded.
Yeah, even redheads. Wow. Well, it's a good thing I'm not redheaded.
Um.
Due to
So
lower melanin levels, the potential unsafe for dark skin. Oh, that's gotta suck.
yeah. So yeah. Is this called UPL or LPL? What?
UPL.
UPL. So anyone that
Yeah.
UPL, if you're listening, if you want us to be
Oh,
your guinea pigs,
that's the name of the technology. This is
Oh.
called U-like.
you
It's
like okay.
IPL, not UPL. IPL.
You know what?
Sorry.
IPL. Whatever. We're a bunch
You
of dorks
like?
over here.
you like. If you like what we're talking about, we will test.
We
your
will
product
test your product for you. We'll become guinea pigs.
on video. We'll advertise
Yeah.
it for free. Just send us.
Hey,
some.
bro, Professor M.R. Hamblin, Chief Scientific Advisor. Send us one, bruh. Come on now.
Oh, there's more. Click the arrow over. There's more experts on there.
Oh. Oh. Dr. Anna Shakon. Send us one. Set a bar. You know what? Nope, not going there. Let's try that.
Oh, it says
Hey.
30 days. Did you see that go up a little
Try
bit?
it.
Right there.
Try it for free for 30 days. Cynthia, get on that shit right now. Go order one
Hey now.
right now.
You're the
Let
one
your
that has that-
let your pits grow, and we'll do it online.
You know, my legs could definitely use it right now. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I don't believe you.
Eventually, I will invest because for somebody that lives in Florida and wears shorts every day, I get tired of shaving.
I would just
Yeah.
become a Wookiee.
Embrace
Embrace the hair.
Just be a naturalist.
Just be a European. Just let the hair grow.
Yeah, just let it blow in the wind.
Here.
Exactly.
Anthony Davis will be like, "Excuse me, miss, but you're going to have to pluck that because I'm the one that has the
So where my son is going through puberty, he's starting to get acne really bad. So you could tell he's getting really aggravated about it.
Oh, hold on. Before you keep going. Melissa, check out my new teacup. Does it not look like the tea?
Yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
this. I'm like,
Yeah.
sold. Take my money.
What's his name?
I can't think of his name either. I never watched that show a whole lot, but
Oh.
got my sweet tea. My Duck Dynasty kind of.
He actually is endorsing my favorite tea company, Y'all Sweet Tea.
Girl, when are you going to get us an endorsement?
I would love to.
You need to call up these people and say, bro, listen, we've mentioned you several times. You need to just go ahead and give us a sponsorship. Come on.
Yeah.
I'll drink it.
If I could do a split screen and like you do, I totally would. But
I thought you could.
listen, I could show a picture, y'all.
I love that tea.
Oh.
Yeah. And they have so many different flavors. And to me, it's so far been like the best tasting, even like from Lipton or any of those.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I'm not. The tea I drink right now is called Rose. It's Rose black tea. You can find it at Kroger's and all other places. And it only comes in the small, like, individual cup sizes, the tea bags. But I brew it as a sweet tea. And, it's the best tea, in my opinion, outside of y'all. I love y'all's tea. And Stephanie got me a box of, like, I think it was a peach and
Uncle
raspberry.
His name's Uncle Si.
Yeah, Uncle's.
Hang on, wait. What?
You know, super easy to make. Microwave it for about 6.5 minutes. Let it set. Okay, I'll let mine usually cool off water, and it's literally, this is a good color. But anyway, guys, this tea is good.
Yeah. So I have one of those jars because I guess Stephanie got me like a gift box or whatever.
Yeah.
Lord, Melissa Ann, I went through that, like, the 2 packets of, like, flavor packets, whatever, of tea bags. I went through that in, like, a month.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah, and
it was so good.
there's a place here. I think I mentioned it during one of our podcast episodes, and it's HTO, and it's based out of Texas. And there's, I think, only 4 stores in the state of Florida, and it's not made it north at all. But they have 24 different flavors of tea, and they have a drive-through. But you can go in and sample. They have little bitty cups, and you can go and sample. Or here's what I do sometimes. I'm like a kid in the 7-Eleven. I was like, oh, let's get a little of this flavor, a little bit of this flavor, and I mix it all into one.
Oh my god, it sounds like a kid that goes to like one of those like Hawaiian like snow cone things or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Kool-Aid, when you're making Kool-Aid, you put this pack in and this pack in. Let's see what it
Yeah.
tastes like. Yeah.
I was thinking about that. Like, one of the things that I found when moving to Virginia years ago that has always kind of pained my heart, and I'm sorry, Virginians out there, I'm sorry. I'm going to be honest. Y'all's tea suck. It sucks so bad. You don't know how to make tea around here. It's so thick, you know? It's like if the recommended per quart is, I don't know, freaking 4 bags or something, that these bitches, they use like 6 or 7 or 10, I don't know. But it is the thickest tea.
It's overbrewed.
Yes, and sweet to good God. Like, it's like
Diabetes.
straight, yes.
Diabetes.
So it's like,
Yeah.
y'all, no.
Sometimes McDonald's can be that way. They put
Yes.
way too much.
Here, it's everywhere. There's like only a couple places around here that actually make good Southern tea, sweet tea. And sorry, Virginia, you just ain't got it. You threw the tea over, and the Boston Tea Party, y'all ain't never got that shit back because it is terrible here.
Maybe you could open like a
Like a tea fact or a tea restaurant.
no, well, yeah, or do like a, what do they call it when you invest in
A franchise.
a franchise? Yeah, the owner of part of a franchise. Yeah, which
Maybe.
would do the HTO. Yeah.
Yeah, ACO or y'all open up like
Yeah.
a y'all place.
Yeah.
But in town, the only place, swear to you, the only place that makes good sweet tea is Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
The only ones. Only ones.
That's the old man's crack. He loves that stuff.
It's my crack too, because if I don't have any, or I just really have a hankering for tea and I'm out, running the roads,
Yeah.
that's where I stop, because there's no one else in town that makes it.
Cynthia, I'm assuming you don't drink sweet tea.
Huh?
I'm assuming she doesn't
Oh.
drink sweet tea.
She used to when I was around her and I would make it every day, but
Is it because of the caffeine?
No. It's because of dieting
she's lazy.
and sugar.
I mean, you could still make sweet tea.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just for the longest time on my diet, I wasn't allowed to have any sugar. So it got to the point where when I do have sweet tea, it's too sweet. Even if it's... So,
Well, I have found the happy medium when it comes to that, because you can do monk fruit,
Yep.
which is a diet type sweetener that you can use.
Is a
And just
sweetener or
like-
substitute.
just start out very, very small when you're adding it and work, until you get the right consistency that you would like.
I
And
kinda
you
like
really do
unsweet
have to go
tea.
slow with that stuff too.
Yes.
You really do.
I know it's weird, but I actually enjoy unsweet tea.
Well, that's fine.
You're weird.
I do.
Hey, if more power to you.
But you
A
know-
I
long
can't do
time
it.
ago, I hated it, but now I actually enjoy it.
Because
So
you can
it's
still do y'all sweet tea, just
Yeah,
don't
it-
put the sugar. You get the
Yeah, they
flavor.
get the flavor. Don't have because you have to. You still have to brew it as though it was regular tea. It still comes in like the tea bags and whatnot.
I
But
think the closest thing I get to sweet tea is when I have a hard lemonade or a hard sweet tea or something with
Of
alcohol
course
in
she
it.
does. It's got to have all of it.
yeah. And they
that's-
say,
Y'all sweet tea
Right.
actually came out with the almond.
yeah, I can't drink soda anymore. I used to be a big Mountain Dew girl, not that you could tell. But I can't drink it anymore. I actually bought myself a Mountain Dew Cold Red the other day. Took a giant swig of that thing, and was like, "Oh, it's too sweet. I can't drink it anymore."
The only
I
thing
was
I
like,
can,
That's how I am with sweet tea.
the
Yeah,
only thing I
can't
can
drink it
drink is
anymore.
Coke Zero. Coke Zero is like
I can't
My
do any
favorite.
kind of diet. Diet drinks are gross to me. The
they're gross
aftertaste
to me
gets
too.
me. It's like, no, I'm good. I'll just not drink it.
there are some sweetener alternatives that I think, even me, I think is pretty good. But like stevia, don't like stevia. I like monk fruit. I think monk fruit is probably one of the better ones.
How did we get from PCOS to
You know, I don't know. We went from hair removal to sweet tea, but I wanted to show you my cup.
That's what did it.
That's what
It's
happened.
your fault.
But anyway, isn't it cool? I love this.
It's
I love my plastic teacups now.
Oh, to give you an interesting fact I learned this week, and it's nothing to do with POS or whatever hair removal or crap. One of my coworkers, he raises bees and makes his own honey. So I wanted a jar of his honey because my kid has really bad allergies, and I was told that if he takes a small teaspoon a day, it helps with your local allergies. And I was like, cool, I want to buy a jar. So I got a jar, and the next day, he says, you do have a wooden spoon, don't you? And I'm like, why would I need a wooden spoon?
Yeah.
And he said,
You didn't know this? Okay.
No, I did not. And so that's just why I'm sharing this. He said if you use a metal spoon, it messes with the properties of the honey and you lose a lot of that benefits that honey actually gives you. So you need to use a wooden spoon. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it also crystallizes the sugar crystals inside the honey.
That's
I thought
why
that
you
was really
always see
interesting.
the little wooden dowels. It's got the little round
Oh.
beehive on the end of it that you dip and just.
So I'm not using the honey at this time until I can get a wooden spoon. Or
You don't have to use specifically wood. You can also use plastic. You can use anything
can't
that's
be
just
metal.
non-conductive.
But
And
in my house, I have nothing like that.
Have you
Currently,
seen the little dispensers on Amazon? It
yeah, they're
looks
so
like a beehive.
cute.
It's got the
Yes.
beehive, and at the bottom, it's got the lever, so it sits on this glass. All the drippings go in it, and then you just push the lever, and it comes out the bottom.
Right. Listen, I want to raise bees so bad.
Do it.
Do it.
I can't.
You're
Because
not
you have
allowed?
to have... Well, no, it's not that. I'm afraid that if I put a bee nest back there, that Han will
Oh.
mess with it, and then, then I'll have to try and explain to my son why his dog is dead from a million stings, that sort of thing.
My coworker.
And I just don't have a big enough property. If I did, then, would it be a big deal? But
My coworker started explaining to me all the things about being a beekeeper and the things how long bees actually live and what certain bees do and all that stuff. And I was like, huh, I had no idea that a normal lifespan of a bee is 3 weeks.
for a worker bee, they literally work themselves to death. A queen bee can actually live up to 3 years.
Yes, sometimes less. He said that, and sometimes they'll produce another a queen bee. And he said that, but when a queen bee doesn't produce another queen and she dies, the entire colony will just die. And so he had his queen bee died in one of his hives, so he had to go purchase a queen bee from someone and hope that the bee stays alive to get it back to the colony in time.
And then the
Because it could
colony
die.
has to accept it. There's you know what?
All
Look at
kinds
stuff
of
up on
stuff.
YouTube. It's really interesting.
It's really interesting.
Bee economy.
I just thought that was interesting. He says only one bee only can make like 10% of a teaspoon of honey. One bee. And I was like, wow, that's a lot of bees to make one jar of honey.
I love bees. I want to raise bees. I'd kiss a bee right now if I had one. But we do need to cut it for today. We would like to see y'all's comments. Give us more comments, y'all. You know what? Even if you want to call, just call us names. I don't care. You're not going to hurt my feelings. Give us some comments. Drop us what y'all think. If you've seen past episodes or some of our shorts, let us know what you think. Let us know what you like to see us
we wasting
do.
our time? Are we
Yeah.
that boring? Just let us know.
Are we that boring? Do you like us? Come on, please like
We
us.
will read your comments out loud.
Yeah, and we will. We will. Once,
If you don't want us to, tell us not to.
Just put it in the comment. You can send us a message. We're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. You can find
And
us
we would
anywhere.
love to play games with you in the future on live streams too.
Yeah.
So let us know what you would like to see us do, and even if it is live stream, we will totally read it and we'll get back with you. And as always, we appreciate you watching us, taking the time to sit around and listen to a bunch of women yakking away. And
That makes no sense.
Also,
that goes from PCOS to sweet tea somehow, and then to honeybees.
of course. And please like and subscribe. It helps us
Yes,
grow.
like, subscribe, share us with your friends. If you know somebody who's into PCOS and honeybees, let
Yeah.
them know
Or just
and
say,
say, hey,
you get bored and you think that you're weird, listen to them.
listen to us.
We're probably
Worse.
gonna go live next time, and we're going to play a video game online if you guys want to join.
We're going to
We'll
try and do
announce it.
some. We're going to try and do some more live work, especially now that we've gotten to the point where we can. We would like to do more stuff on TikTok, but we need more followers before we can go live on TikTok. So if you follow us on Facebook, or if you follow us on YouTube, swing by TikTok and give us a follow too, so that we could get that number up and start doing lives on all the platforms all at once, so no one's left out. Yeah, and we will see y'all later. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.